Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Kelly and Pat here from Kelly's Pot Pies in East Troy, Wisconsin. Thanks for jumping on with me, you two.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us.
It is my pleasure. I told you before, pot pies have been one of my comfort foods since I was a child, and I would love to talk about Kelly's Pot Pies, how you guys got started, and what you're doing in business. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. When people ask you how you describe Kelly's Pot Pies, how do you describe your business?
Well, we started out, we really wanted to offer something for in place of the regular fast food restaurants and things like that. Something homemade, something a blast from the past a little bit. Homemade chicken pot pie, like you said, very good comfort food. But I would also, say that we have 6 different flavors of our pot pies. We serve them family size and personal size. But we also do a lot of other things. We do quiche and shepherd's pie, which is amazing. Desserts, we do a cheesecake, a lemon tart, which is my grandma's recipe from the 60s. A lot of our recipes are family recipes. We do a wonderful almond cookie. So it's not just pot pies. We do appetizers. So I really encourage you to come on and check us out.
My second question for you is, what were your plans when you started your business and how have they changed?
Well, I grew up in the restaurant business. My grandmother owned a restaurant when I was very young, and then my mom took it over. So I did an array of waitressing and event planning and busing and all of that. So I was already interested in the business. I already knew it was my passion. So I envisioned, just a small business, just to supplement my income, and it just kept growing and growing. So, but I really want to stay with our roots and stay a small business. I don't anticipate growing much farther. I just want this cozy little business that is a local kind of arrangement. I think people really like and support small business, and that's what we're hoping to do. So I guess, what was the question again?
So how has the business changed? I mean, so when you started, you're in East Troy, and now you're in Greenfield, and you're doing a bunch of different farmers markets, right?
Yes, exactly. And we're in like 14 different local stores as well. So I love what we're doing now. I just don't want it to get out of control and have too much going on. We never anticipated opening a second location. This was just going to be a small thing. And then after a year, my husband had to quit his job and help me, which has been an awesome experience. And we've really made good partners.
I love that.
And I think, and what prompted us to open the store in Greenfield was that all of last year we were doing the Greenfield Farmers Market, and it was the customers that really almost demanded it. Everybody kept asking, when are you guys opening a store in Greenfield? So we finally thought, okay, there's enough, interest there. So, and it's been great since we opened that store. We have a great following, and we still do the Greenfield Farmers Market as well. And they both do very well
And
for
both
us.
the communities we're in just support us just tremendously. It's just really been a nice feeling.
That is so great. And that's something that some business owners don't do, is listen to their customers, because really those customers are the heartbeat, right? Along with your employees. Just what do they want? What do you need? You might have a vision, but it's not necessarily what everybody else wants. So I love that you're listening to them and just going into communities that are naturally supporting you. That's beautiful. So speaking of
Sure.
communities, what is the biggest way you impact the community?
Well, we do a lot of donations to local businesses or local people, people having hardships. We really try to give back and do fundraisers or, like I said, give gift cards to them. They've been so good to us. We really want to give back. So we try to do as much of that as we can.
Yeah, we love being a part of the community, both East Troy and Greenfield. And so, we do want to give back to the people that we care about and the people that follow us and care about us. So
Beautiful. I was at a women's event 2 days ago, and it was a nonprofit that was talking about even Ozaukee County, the whole southeastern Wisconsin. There are people that are really struggling to just put food on the table right now. And with technology and all these other things, and cell phones and this and that, people don't really realize that important necessity And if you can help take that stress away for somebody or support a nonprofit, that's absolutely amazing that you're doing that. So thank you.
100%, I agree. Mhm.
So what is one challenge that you have faced? You guys started the business, incorporated in 2020, and really started growing in 2021. What's one challenge you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
Well, besides from the licensing and the regulations and all of that you have to go through, that's been a big challenge of ours. You know, trying to do it all right, but you know, they're here every time the inspectors are here every time we produce. And you know, so you're under the gun all the time. So that's been a challenge. And then the growth of the business has been a huge challenge, trying to, you know, restrain a little bit. And, you know, it's been very challenging that way.
Absolutely.
I'm very blessed and I'm very grateful, though. I don't want to make it sound like
No.
I'm very grateful for it, but it's challenging.
And the challenging of staffing and supply issues and things, you know, trying to keep up with all that. But we have been very blessed with the staff that we have. I mean, we really have an amazing
It's
staff.
unbelievable. If I could take the camera in the kitchen right now to see how hard these women are working for and men. But it's just, our staff is amazing.
In fact, I think we both feel a little guilty right now that we're up here chatting and they're all back there working. And
Oh, for sure. Well, thank you. Thank you for acknowledging your team too, because that, I mean, that's just so important and not everybody realizes it's important to do that. You know, and I think it's important that you talk about the challenges too, because people, they think, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. So I have all this money and I have all this time and I can go everywhere. And that's not the case when you're starting out, right? It is not.
not at all.
So
So it's kind of funny. We were asked to do a business plan in the beginning, and it's nothing like what we.
Nothing like what you envisioned. Sure, things change,
Right.
right? And you have to be able to move with those changes.
Yeah, they constantly change and we're constantly trying to change along with the changes. So
Yeah, it's a part of life, part of business. So what does the future look like to Kelly's Pot Pies? And do you have an exit plan?
Well, the future is what it is right now. I'm hoping that we just don't grow anymore. We just do the business that we're doing. We supply very quality products to our customer, and I would never want that to suffer. And also then, you know, eventually an exit plan would be to step back a little bit. I don't know completely. My son-in-law is our manager at Greenfield, and so we're thinking that maybe him and his wife would take it over one day, and we would just direct from the sidelines. I have 4 grandchildren. We have 4 grandchildren, and I would love to spend more time with them and our 2 daughters.
Absolutely. That sounds great. My final question for each of you today is all subjects open. What inspires you most?
Well, my passion to bake and to cook for people for sure is my big passion. My second passion would be to spend more time with my family. I mean, my family is my passion as well.
yeah, and I don't really get involved in any of the work in the kitchen. I'm more the behind the scenes. So I guess my passion is more the marketing end of it and things like that. I really enjoy,
Which he does a phenomenal job at.
which I try to do as much as I can, but I get backed up on other bookkeeping and all that stuff that I don't enjoy as much. But
Right. And that's something that as we grow, or finally when you're at the place where you want to be, maybe some of that, the bookkeeping or something else, you can pay somebody else to do and really
which
focus
is
passion,
that's
right?
the direction we're
moving in that
working on
direction.
right now. So
Awesome. I love it. I am so excited to enjoy your pot pie and some of the other awesome pastries that you have. If somebody wants to connect with you to find out where you're going to be, how to purchase, what's the best way for them to follow you?
well, we do have a website, kellyspotpies.com. So there's a lot of information on there. Probably more up to date information as far as events and things like that would be to follow us on social media, either Facebook or Instagram. And you can find us on both by just looking Kelly's Pot Pies up, and you should come up with our page on there.
Gosh, I love it. Thank you so much for giving people nutritious, awesome, tasty foods and a little bit of a blast from the past as well. Congratulations on running a successful business. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.
You
Okay,
too. Goodbye.